Hey, what's up, fam? So Blkhippiee here, and today I just want to talk about two things, or I want to show you guys two things. One, we're gonna feed Skittles here, my Brazilian Rainbow Boa. She's doing really good right now. She's in shed, or she's like shedding right now, or in the process of shedding. So I haven't been handling her at all, just because of that. I mean, it's best practices. But anyways, so like I said, she's doing really good. I should kind of film the whole process of feeding her. I find feeding her, my Brazilian Rainbow Boa, it's sometimes difficult because I have to literally like scoop her out because she likes to hide in her substrate, trying to get her to eat. I have to like scoop her, or at least find out where she's at, and then I just kind of wave it around, and then she'll get it. But yeah, she's eaten from me every single time. She's never bit me before. I mean, she hasn't even tried to bite me. She's just she's a sweetheart, to be quite honest with you. And that's why her name is Skittles, because, she's bright, colorful like a rainbow, but she's also super sweet. So, let's go ahead with the feeding. I just want to kind of talk about something that a lot of people ask me about, and that's boosting their humidity. So I have different species of snakes here, so a Brazilian Rainbow Boa, ball python, and then two boa imperators, and they all kind of require different humidities. The ball python and the boas, they're kind of very similar. However, like I said, the Brazilian Rainbow Boa requires like 99% like all the time, because she's a baby, and that's just what they require. So what I did was I found a really good substrate mix combo that I do. I feel like I talk about this a lot. I cannot describe it any better. With the help of these three things, that's what it allows my humidity to be really high without having to constantly mist it down. So that's the issue a lot of people have, and that's like constantly like adding a lot of water to keep their humidity high, and you shouldn't have to do that. If you're doing that, that means that your substrate needs to be swapped out. If you're finding it that you're misting multiple times a day and you can barely hold your humidity up, I would just highly recommend replacing your substrate with better substrate. Either your substrate is old and needs to be replaced, or you just have bad substrate, so you need something that's going to be able to maintain moisture and not mold. And so what I use is jungle mix. So it's literally jungle mix, and it's literally called jungle mix, and what it is fir and sphagnum moss, or peat moss, sorry. And so I mix 50% of this, 50% of cocoa. It's called cocoa soft fiber. That's just the brand name, but really what it is it's like coconut husk. And so cocoa husk, like I'm a huge fan of cocoa husk. I used to use cypress mulch, but I don't use it anymore. This stuff is just way better than cypress mulch. So I'll use 50% cocoa soft. Once again, that's just the name of the brand, but pretty much what it is this cocoa husk. So cocoa husk with the jungle mix that we just talked about, and then some terrarium moss. So I usually like to layer some terrarium moss on top of that mix. And so what that does, it does a really good job kind of insulating your humidity. And so that way, like I really don't have to miss that much in there to keep it at 99%. Like sometimes it'll dip to like 95, and I'll mist it a little bit, and then it goes right up to 99%. All right, so what we'll do is I'll show you guys like how I boost it. So these particular the substrate mix that I just showed you guys, like that's just like what I use for you know, on my enclosures. But obviously, like after time, it's gonna begin to dry out. And once it dries out, that's like when you're gonna need to raise up your humidity, right? So let's say that, like, you know, your humidity drops down to 65% and you have a boa, right? A boa imperator. And you want to get it up to like that 75% or maybe even 80% or 85%. All you do is you take some water and then you just mix it in your substrate that you already blended, right? So that 50-50 mix I was telling you about, all you do then is you just literally pour some water in there. I would use distilled water if I were you, and just mix it. And I guarantee you that will boost your humidity up like really high. It'll drop right down to where you want it to get to, right? So it'll go past, so say if I want it to be 85%, you know, typically the way I just kind of described it, you'll learn like how much water and, you know, where in your enclosure to mix it to get it to that humidity you want it to. So, you know, you'll figure it out. There's a, you know, it's pretty simple. All I'm trying to do is to say that, like, you know, this mix is like the best mix possible. I'm telling you, a lot of people that I help, you know, set up their enclosures and whatnot, when they use that mix, I swear they always tell me, man, it was like way easier using that substrate. You know, once again, you just don't want to have a too wet of an environment, because that can lead to scale rot, that can lead to respiratory illnesses, that can lead to bacteria. It's just, you want to avoid it. So, you know, it's just finding that right balance. And yeah, so kind of found that out, and I want to share that with you guys, because, you know, it's sad to see, like, when people just don't, you know, you just don't have the information, right? And I see some people with like aspen, and yeah, aspen works as a substrate for some particular species of snakes, like colubrids, but I don't have colubrids, obviously. But most of my snakes, they need like a higher humidity, so the right substrate is very, very important. All right, so this enclosure, this is my ball python's enclosure. And as you can see, that's that mix that we talked about. So that jungle mix is like very soil-like, and obviously cocoa husk is more bark-like. And so like that mix, that combo mix, it's really good, and it just really helps keep humidity up. Like, so you can kind of see for yourself there. This is my Brazilian Rainbow Boa, who just ate and is now hiding somewhere. But yeah, like keeping the humidity up is really easy with this particular substrate. So like I said, all I'll do is I'll mist down on the sides, and I'll mist the substrate, and then I'll take a snake hook like this, and I'll just mix it all up, whatever. And then it just, once again, like I said, for like a couple days to even like a week or two, for a couple days to even like a week or two, your humidity will be up and be on point. So, and these are my bows right here, and once again, the same kind of thing, same substrate, different species from the other two. But yeah, like I said, all you do is just put a little water, you mist it down, or even pour a little water, and then just, like I said, with like a snake hook or something, like a tool, just mix it up. Or even you could put a glove on, you know, like a disposable glove, and then just mix it with your hand. But anyways, like I said, like that mix it's just awesome, because once again, you just don't have to have like a super wet environment, and your snakes will be very successful, like health-wise. So just thought I'd share that. All right, so I just kind of showed you guys like a quick little rundown of my enclosures and just kind of what it looks like. I guess like next time when I'm actually misting in the morning, or when the enclosures actually need to be boosted, I'll actually videotape, or I'll actually record myself doing it, so you can physically see me do it. But I think just like describing it, just how I described it, should totally help you. But once again, I already did that earlier this morning, and yeah, so obviously doing it right now just wouldn't make any sense. So did that little rundown. I hope that helps you guys, because like I said before, I get a lot of people that ask me about, like, you know, with my Brazilian Rainbow Boa, how I'm able to maintain 99%, because a lot of people get them and they're like, oh man, I'm stuck at like 60 something percent. That's not, yeah, you need to be way higher than that. So once again, the right substrate, you're gonna be fine. You don't need to get a little tub I see a lot of people kind of putting them in tubs. I personally, I don't know, I'm just not a fan of tubs. I don't know, I don't like them. I'm not judging those who do that, but I think you can have a nice display enclosure like so, and easily have your Brazilian Rainbow Boa, or any snake for that matter, thrive. And so that's that. Cool. So another thing too is using, when you're misting your enclosure down, I highly advise like one of these kind of like pressurized misters. These are, it's just, you get like a good kind of, you get a good spray versus like using, versus using something like this. I wouldn't really use this, honestly, but if this is all you have, better than nothing. But yeah, I would definitely try to, invest in something like this. These misters they're not that expensive. I think like 10, 15 bucks max or something like that. Anyways, like these, I mean, I can't express to you enough like how amazing these particular types of misters are. If you watch my channel, right, you know what we do here. We always keep it positive, and we do that because whenever we're handling snakes, right, we always want to wrap up on a positive note. So I like to instill here in my channel is always wrapping things up on a positive note, right? So if we deal with snakes, why not do it with each other? All right, so today's positive challenge of the day is just to create something. I love creating stuff. Like, I'm a graphic designer, so that's what I do besides, keeping cool snakes and doing a whole bunch of research on them, because things are always changing, right? But anyway, so creativity is one of those things I really feel like help your mental space. It's a really positive thing. Like, if you're ever feeling down or bored or sad, whatever, just create something. Like, draw something, maybe write a poem, maybe like actually do create a crew neck. This is one crew neck that I created. On the back, it's bigger. So that's one thing I personally created. But yeah, so create whatever you want to create. But yeah, speaking of creations, so I got 2 shirts for sale right now. If you're interested, these are designed by me, and I actually print these myself as well. So if you're interested in one of these, that's the back, this is the front. Yeah, go ahead and hit up my Etsy shop. You can see it right on the banner of my YouTube channel. It's a little Etsy icon, and yeah, you can cop yourself one of these really cool Blkhippiee boa shirts. So if you're feeling that and you like it, go ahead and cop one. That does it. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Keep on getting more cool content. Get to see all my snakes grow. They're definitely growing. I mean, you guys saw Skittles here eat. I mean, she's already looking like thicker for sure. So it's really cool to see them. And yeah, if you have any questions at all, or you're confused about, something, or you need some advice or help or tips, go ahead and drop it in the comments below, and I will definitely reach out to you and help you out. I love connecting with you guys. So yeah, always feel free if you ever want to talk or whatever, just let me know. Just boom, in the comments below. Always down to have conversations and engage with you guys. So yeah, once again, that does it. Thanks for watching. Blkhippiee out. Peace.